Okay, I'm going to talk about this whole idea that this is an illusion, a dream, nothing's happening, these things that are said that seem ludicrous, because they are ludicrous. To say there's nothing happening, what could that possibly mean? And the fact of it is that it is possible, and it happens, that all of this stops happening. Now, when I say all of this, what I mean is the world and everything in it, experiencing of a seeming reality. This is so fucking hard. It just stops. It's often described as a timeless moment. It's very often talked about in terms of grace, because it's so clearly acausal. I believe it's what's referred to in A Course in Miracles by a holy instant. The world stops happening. I stop happening. And in that instant, it's seen that it never really was happening in the first place. You know, it's like for something as seemingly substantial as the cosmos, the universe, the whatever, just suddenly not be anymore, just like that. It's very clear that it never really was in the first place. And I think that's always kind of suspected. And when it's seen that it never really was in the first place, afterwards it has a different quality. Not necessarily immediately, strangely. The first, in this story, the primary feeling immediately when this happened, after the kind of what the fuck, was a feeling of bereavement. My whole life, everything I'd ever done, everything I'd strived for, everything I'd believed in, everything I'd wanted, was as if a dream, no more than that. It was like something blinked and Tanya's whole life happened, and then it was over. So there was a sense of bereavement, but it was an odd sense of bereavement, because what was lost was never real in the first place. Yeah. An actual dream that I once had, where I won the lottery and I got all this money and I took it home. I was about 14 at the time, and took all this money home, and I got it in my bedroom and I played with it in my bedroom. It was all over the place, money everywhere. And then I woke up, and it's like I looked around my room for the money and it wasn't there. It was very sad for about 3 seconds. I wasn't sad about it the next day, you know, because I hadn't really lost £1 million or whatever it was. It was never real in the first place. And yeah, it's strange. because it just loses its substance. That's all. Perception continues, but rather than it being me in a body, in a world, with a past and a future, it's just so transient, ethereal, light, just passing through, just passing through. And I'm going to keep this short, so I'm not going to go on too much. But to say nothing's happening is just the same really as saying there aren't any things. There's no separation and there's no time. It's all much of a muchness, really. It's all saying the same thing in different ways. There's nothing here. No here to be. Nowhere to be. And yet there is this.